Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice Radio. So today, we need to check out the fourth and final game from round one of the Dragon Gym Challenge. We've already put 3 people into the top 4. Now we need to add number 4. Now, remember, this is the alternate format from the lovely folks at Dragon Shield, Stefan Eriksson and myself, where you are limited to 2 of each card, where we're not allowing GXs, Vs and Prism Stars, and where you must only use your colour or colourless, but you must have more of your colour than you have of colourless. In this final game, we got the lovely Shai from the Slowpoke. Well, he is playing fighting using products like this. And we've got the lovely Adam, who was our qualifier, who actually got through an 8-man single elimination qualifier to find their way into the Dragon Gym Challenge proper. And he is using water decks, using products like this. I say water decks, he's only playing 1 deck. We need 1 more person in the top 4, ladies and gentlemen, so grab yourselves a nice cold beverage, sit down, relax, and enjoy the 4th and final game from round 1 of the Dragon Gym Challenge. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so we've got Shai and his fighting deck on the top, and we've got Adam and his water deck on the bottom. Interesting situation, of course. I mean, you've got to think Adam's at a little bit of an advantage in this game. Now, Adam did not have water in the main event, in the qualifier. Adam being a chap that got through the qualifier, like we said in the intro. He had darkness, he's got water now. What we essentially did was we drew the colours. We drew the typings beforehand, so essentially whoever won the qualifier was going to get water. If the person who had water in the qualifier had won, they would have been able to keep their deck, but they didn't, so they can't. So we do see a Snom in the active from Adam and a Landorus from Shai here, which is very, very cool. I like that Landorus. 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for a single energy. And we do see a Pokegear coming down, which is going to get Shai a supporter card. And it looks like he's got himself a Professor's Research. Can't play it, of course. Turn 1 going first. Adam's actually got a couple of Snom. So I do think Adam is at an advantage because he's had to go through that 3-round qualifier. Even though this wasn't his qualifier deck, he's still been playing in this format and testing this format, etc., longer than a bunch of other people. So, yeah, that's kind of cool for him. Of course, you know, Shai's from the Slowpoke Wow. Slowpoke Wow is an awesome YouTube channel, so Shai's going to have his fans watching, but I kind of like Adam's chances in this, if I'm honest with you. Also, let me take this opportunity now just to say one more big thank you to the 8 players who took part in the qualifier and to everyone that sent in a video who wasn't selected. We can't do the qualifier and stuff like that without you guys. So, serious, huge, giant thank you from me and Stefan and Dragon Shield for taking part and making it awesome. So we see Training Court coming down, of all things, giving extra HP to evolve Pokemon. And Snom is going to ram Landorus for just 10 damage. Training Court just means you can put a basic energy from your discard pile into your hand once during your turn. But of course, you need to bear in mind here that... Oh, it's already gone. It's already a martial arts dojo and a Buzzwole comes down. One thing to bear in mind, of course, is that obviously with the Snoms on the field, Adam is playing a Frostmoth deck, which lets you attach as much water energy during your turn as you like. So, that's where Training Court would have come in handy, except for Shai had other ideas. Never mind. So we do see the Cynthia being played here from Shai. He's going to get himself a new hand of 6 cards. And Shai's fighting deck here, right, it is fairly unashamedly, I will smash. I have no issue with this, incidentally. It's fine by me. But that's basically where Shai's going with this. It is just an unashamedly, I am going to smash kind of deck. He's got lots of big, basic Pokemon. He's got Buzzwole, he's got Landorus. I think he's playing Stack Attacker as well, because why would he not be? It's a very, very fun little deck. I love seeing the decks that the people come up with the qualifiers here. Groudon, another giant, basic Pokemon there for Shai. And I'm just going to double check his deck list here. He is playing an entirely basic deck. He's got Snorlax, Buzzwole, Groudon, Landorus, Stakataka, and the Stonejourner from Rebel Clash. So we do see 60 damage from Landorus there, takes out a Snom, and he then moves an energy from Landorus to his benched Groudon. Now, White Kyurem has just hit the field here, and that's the one that gets automatic paralysis. Sure, you have to discard a couple of energy, but bearing in mind, Adam is playing... He's playing Frostmoth. And we see here a Rosa. Rosa is going to get Adam a Pokemon, a trainer, and an energy card. So, if he's got like an air balloon or something, then he is going to be able to go Snom, energy, air balloon, and actually get that White Kyurem, and he does play one air balloon in his deck, and actually get that Kyurem in the active right now. He can just go Frostmoth, air balloon, energy. He'll need more energy, but hopefully he's got like at least one in hand. And then he's rolling. It's just a shame he doesn't have Training Court out. Because Training Court would actually be super useful right now. Never mind, ladies and gentlemen. Never mind. So, lots of decisions being made here from Adam. Of course, this is his first real deck search, so what he'll be doing here is going through his deck, making sure that he's checking, for his prizes, seeing what's available, what's not available, trying to figure out what his prizes are, etc. So, I'm imagining here that we're going to be talking Snom air balloon energy. Oh, sorry, Frostmoth air balloon energy. That would be what I would imagine he'd be going for. Unless I've missed something entirely. But then again, I'm not playing his deck. One of the things I think is very important to remember here is that, whenever you're talking about somebody's deck, you don't have the same amount of information that they do. They've played the deck, they've got experience with the deck, they are in a better position to decide what to get. So he has gone air balloon and he has gone energy. He's actually gone for a Sobble here. Now, what is very cool in Adam's deck, he's actually playing a 2/2/2 Inteleon line. And not necessarily to attack with, but because when you evolve up into Drizzile, you get to search your deck for any trainer card and put it into your hand. And then when you evolve up into Inteleon, you get to search for any 2 trainer cards. One of the things I really love about this format is it forces both players to basically go, okay, what are my actual options? If you're playing a metal deck, you're going to go and play Jirachi. Lightning deck, you may well end up playing Zeb Striker. Here, water deck, I don't know, let's go Inteleon. And I do appreciate that, like we saw with Eric in the previous game, Adam has gone full water here. I mean, Eric went full grass. But, we're letting the players go for colorless Pokemon, but they're going, no! We don't need no colorless Pokemon. All color, all the time. So we do see a Training Court come down here. Of course, Adam did play the first stadium, so if Shai goes and puts down his own stadium here, there's going to basically be nothing for it. And that's going to be, it's going to be gone for the game. Now, there was a chance to attack there. Assuming the Frostmoth aren't both prized, Adam could have attached the energy that's on Sobble to Black Kyurem, and then the other energy he got from Training Court could also have got as White Kyurem, could also have gone on to White Kyurem here. Now, it's not really the attack that he wants, let's be honest here. It is 30 damage. Oh, and it discards your opponent's stadium. It's not an amazing attack. I can see why he didn't go for it, but he is now leaving that White Kyurem to be attacked before it's actually done anything. But then again, if he starts piling on paralysis, is it really going to matter? Arguably not. The one thing Adam does need to be careful of here is that Shai is 1 prize ahead, and he's getting a free attack here. And Adam doesn't want to go too far behind before he gets rolling. Oh, Boss's Orders comes down onto the Snom. And that means that Landorus is going to be able to get a KO here. And now the training court is gone as well. So both the stadiums have gone. That is always the risk if you play the first stadium, that you are essentially going to be run out of stadium. And not going for that Frostmoth could end up costing Adam here. Frostmoth's got 90 HP. And I'm not saying 90 HP is high, but I'm saying that Landorus is hitting 70 damage right now. 60 plus the 10 for Martial Arts Dojo. If we allowed Diancie Prism Star, he could have KO'd a Frostmoth, but we don't in this format. We've taken Prism Stars away. So I don't think Shai could have got the KO there. So by not getting the evolution, that means both the Snom are now down. And that's a problem for Adam. Remember, in this format, you can only play 2 of each card other than basic energy. So if Adam... He's lost both his Snom, right? He needs some recovery. He needs an ordinary rod or something along those lines. If he doesn't get it, he is going to be in trouble. Because his deck is built with Frostmoth in mind, right? That's the whole point of the deck. You know, White Kyurem's a phenomenal attacker, but it's also free energy and you get paralysis, but you got to discard 2 of them. But that doesn't matter because you're just accelerating energy with Frostmoth. But now both the Snom are in the disc. Okay. Now we're in a better position. Now at least one of the Snom is back. Not both. Interestingly enough, chooses to go for one Snom and his Golisopod. And that Golisopod's a good card, but we've only seen one Boss's Orders from Shai. And, I mean... I'm just double... Yeah, he is playing 2. Joe was only playing 1, but most players are playing 2 here, as you can. So, if Adam benches that one Snom, and then we see Shai just Boss's Ordersing it up and KOing, that could be out of Frostmoth for the game. Now, of course, as soon as that second Boss's Orders does get played, that is basically a giant kind of a red flag to Adam to say, look, there's no more gusting coming. Now, the good news is we did see a Drizzile coming out from Adam. He went and grabbed himself a Quick Ball, discarded a Tool Scrapper. He's actually gone for another Sobble here. So it looks like we might be seeing a pivot. I'm sitting here going, oh, he's running out of Frostmoth. He might not have the options for Frostmoth. And actually, Adam's going, mate, Frostmoth. Frostmoth is so last year. I'm going full on Inteleon here. Now, Inteleon, apart from the ability, for 2 energy, it does 120 plus 20 to one of your opponent's bench. So what we might be seeing him going for here, him being Adam, is just going, look, I can manually evolve up and attach to Inteleon, and that will give me the time I need to get my Snom rolling later. Remember, now that he's got the first Drizzile, everything gets easier. He's now going to be able to get his Inteleon more quickly, and then his second Inteleon more quickly. Now, I'm just taking a look at the deck list here. I don't believe Adam plays any rare candy. I would play 1. Purely because, right, if you really want if you want a second Inteleon, you can just go Drizzile and get rare candy Inteleon, and that would work. But then again, it doesn't look like it's going to hurt him. That's just a personal preference on my part. So, Adam's playing a very slow game here. He's getting his Pokemon out. He's taking his time. Shai is 2 prizes ahead. But he does need to be a little careful now. I mean, Shai's deck strikes me as a kind of thing that could really use Palpad. He's not playing Palpad, incidentally. But I would like to see him playing Palpad in this deck. Because he's got lots of big Pokemon that can take a hit, but in the early game are dealing a little amount of damage. So being able to kind of clean up the bench would be my preferred way of playing this. Oh, we see a capture energy going down here. That's another energy on the Groudon. And it is going to allow Shai to search for a basic Pokemon and put it on his bench. And Shai's a man after my own heart here, right? Fighting is... well, since I started playing, really, I mean, especially since Donphan, fighting has been my preferred type to play. This has been the way that I've been going about playing the game. I love me some fighting decks. And big basics, I am not afraid of playing some big basics. So I kind of see what's going on here, and I'm kind of digging it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm kind of digging it. So, Shai's got a nice little setup rolling here. He's getting the energy on Groudon. Now, he is going to retreat the Landorus here, giving up that energy. He's going to bring the Groudon into the active. And he's actually using Groudon. I love that Groudon. But we just never see anyone actually attacking with it. What it does for free energy is 130 damage, but that Pokemon cannot use Trembling Ground during your next turn. So he's going to get the KO on the White Kyurem. And now Adam is 3 prizes down here, right? Adam is 3 prizes down. He hasn't got much going. Now that seems to suggest he's got the Inteleon ready to go. Because you don't put the Drizzile with the energy up unless you're going to have the Inteleon. You sacrifice the Wimpod or you sacrifice a Sobble. You don't sacrifice the Drizzile. Oh, so it looks like Adam's asking how many cards are in Shai's hand here, which means he's probably got a Marnie. Now, we do see Drizzile coming down here, so Adam could get a Marnie if he wanted one. But why would you ever get a Marnie off this? You get something that gets you Inteleon. An Evolution Incense would be a great call here. And then you go and get, and there are a couple in his deck. There's the Evolution Incense. That is going to be for an Inteleon. And then the Inteleon evolves the active. And now you can go and get yourself 2 other trainer cards, which is a supporter and something else. And I've been in love with this Inteleon line since we first saw it. Oh, yes. Okay. I love this. So he's gone for the Evolution Incense into the Inteleon, for an Evolution Incense into the Golisopod and a Marnie. And that is why I've loved this Inteleon since we first saw it. For turns like, and this is a perfect turn, right? This is what you're hoping for. You evolve into a Drizzile, the Drizzile gets you the Inteleon gets you a supporter card and something else, and now all of a sudden you are just absolutely rolling. He's still 3 prizes down, let's be clear, but I still kind of like it. Now, Golisopod does 180 damage when it goes from the bench to the active, but that is a 4 energy attack. The good news is it does work with triple acceleration energy. And we do actually see Adam plays a triple acceleration energy. How weird is that? Also, I've totally had the White Kyurem wrong since the beginning of the game. That is not the White Kyurem that does automatic paralysis. It is the one that does 160 damage if you've got a fire energy on there. It's irrelevant. He's never been able to attack with it. But it just occurs to me we've had the wrong White Kyurem the entire time. I mean, the right one's been up on the screen, and there was a note on the screen when it came up. So you know that I knew I was mentioning the wrong one. But those couple references I made to paralysis were, of course, incorrect. Now, we do see Snom coming down here. And Adam knows that Shai has used his boss's orders. Both those boss's orders, I believe, are gone now. So that Snom is going to be able to turn into a Frostmoth. And that is going to make things very, very interesting here. The weird thing is, talking about White Kyurem earlier, I mentioned the first attack doing 30 and discarding a stadium. I got that right. I just, for some reason, and it's not even a White Kyurem, right? The paralysis is Kyurem, not White Kyurem. So, I don't know. We all make mistakes. But since it never actually attacked and was never relevant, I think we're going to be okay carrying on as we are. So, the good news is we've got some stuff rolling. And the thing to remember here is that Adam's not getting attacked by Groudon next turn. Remember, Groudon's attack says you can't do it next turn. So this could be the start of a comeback. If Adam's able to get a boss's orders next turn, and remember, if he's got an Inteleon, he will be able to get a boss's orders next turn, that's going to essentially take out, well, the Groudon on the bench and something like a Buzzwole. So Adam is 3 prizes down now, but I'm not seeing how Shai is getting himself... Oh, maybe a Mallow and Lana, I suppose. Mallow and Lana would be huge here. He's using Tag Call. Does he play Mallow and Lana? He plays Guzma, and he does play 1 copy of Mallow and Lana. So, I think if you're Shai here, you've got to be looking for your Mallow and Lana if it's in the deck. And then essentially you get to... Oh, he's going Guzma and Hala. Oh, see, being able to switch and heal all of that damage would be huge right now. But it looks like it's either... maybe he's discarded it, I didn't see. Maybe it's prized. Either way, I mean, he played a Tag Call. And he only got 1 supporter off a Tag Call. When you can get 2. So I think that's probably telling us that the Mallow and Lana is prized. I could be wrong about that. It might have been discarded. And he might just not wanted it. But being able to undo all of that 120 damage while flicking to the bench and turning off a 2 prize KO, I mean... seems too good to be true. Now, Stack Attacker comes down here, and obviously one of the things that the Shai is going to be waiting for here is B-String. Soon as Adam's got 3 or 4 prizes remaining, Shai can start playing his 2 B-String and really accelerating energy onto something like Stack Attacker. And Stack Attacker is a beast, right? I mean, Stack Attacker, it's not amazing in the early game, but... if your opponent's got 3 or fewer prize cards remaining, you got 200 HP, which is kind of dumb. But dumb in a fun way. But I'm certainly looking for Adam to try and drop his boss's orders next turn. Try and take a double KO. Because he is behind on the prizes here. So he's going to need to try and start kind of building that up a little bit. But I love what Adam's done here. I love that he went, oh no, both my Snom have gone. That's a bad thing. Tell you what, let's go for full bore Inteleon. We'll worry about Snom later. Hard to argue. Oh, is he going to retreat the Groudon? Don't, incidentally, don't retreat the Groudon. But here's the thing, it's not even necessarily a boss's orders. This is why I was such a fan of having Mallow and Lana. Because that Groudon is going to be KO'd from residual damage from Inteleon's attack. It's why I wanted to see the Mallow and Lana come out to try and save it, quite frankly. Because now it certainly looks like Adam's going to be working on a 2 prize KO. And that is awkward. And there is a Mallow and Lana in Shai's deck. Oh. I tell you what. As weird as this is... that Landorus, I'm just double checking the HP on that. I was really hoping I had 130 HP, so that 10 damage from Snom's Ram earlier in the game was genuinely relevant. It's not. It's only got 120, and Inteleon would KO anyway. But how cool would that be? The answer is very. Never mind, ladies and gentlemen. Never mind. So, it does look like Adam's going to get a double KO here. And the annoying thing is, right, if you're Adam, trying to take KOs, all of Shai's Pokemon have just got gigantic HP. But one of the things, and I've played a lot of big basic decks over the years, pretty much all of them with fighting Pokemon in. And what's happening to Shai here has happened to me many times. Look at the size of his deck. Look how many cards are still in his deck. Oh, and then we even see the Big Charm coming down on Inteleon here. So, there's a lot of stuff that Shai just doesn't have access to. And this can really hurt in the long run. This can be the thing that makes you kind of turn around at the end of a tournament or end of a game and just be like, I just couldn't draw anything. Because you got lots of basic Pokemon, fairly low-ish energy attacks. You're not digging through, you're not drawing loads of cards, you're not doing loads of evolving and attaching extra energy with Frostmoth and all of that. So you end up with a large deck size, and that is, can be detrimental. So we do see the Inteleon coming down here, getting a Capacious Bucket and a Professor's Research. And I refuse to believe anyone actually thought it was going to be translated into English as Capacious Bucket. It's a bit weird. I mean, I'm wondering how many people actually knew the word capacious beforehand. A few. So we do see the energy coming down here. One onto Golisopod, one onto Inteleon. Now we see the Professor's Research coming down, giving Adam a new hand of 7 cards. And the problem is, right, I'm looking at both sides of the board, and Adam is behind. No question Adam is behind. But I'm looking at his board, and he's finally got the Frostmoth, and Shai is out of Gusting, and there's a black Kyurem to go with a white Kyurem. And he's got himself double Inteleon and huge HP and all of that. And Shai's got some big basics, but Shai is basically at the stage now where he's relying on B-String. And there's a second Capacious Bucket here. If Shai does not hit the B-String, he is in trouble. Because he's just not going to have the energy on his field. He would have been able to get a 1 energy KO with Buzzwole against Inteleon had the Giant Charm not come down. The 40 already on there puts it at 120, which is what Buzzwole hits, 130 with Martial Arts Dojo. But the Big Charm makes it higher. So, yeah. And that's a difficulty we find here. Now, we do actually see a retreat here from Adam. Now, Groudon is hitting 130. I suppose it depends what tool's on him. But it's hitting 140. He's not behind on prizes. I'm telling you, I might have been able to take a hit. But it doesn't matter. We do see the double KO coming down here. And the Groudon couldn't have attacked anyway. He's going down, so I don't know. I don't see how that Buzzwole does more than 130. Which means, I suppose then a Tool Scrapper would have got a KO, so maybe that's what Adam was doing, trying to avoid the Tool Scrapper KO. And Shai does play a Tool Scrapper. Did he get rid of it early in the game? I honestly can't remember. Tool Scrapper would have essentially led to a KO there, so I do see where he's coming from. You know, let's be nice and safe. A Tool Scrapper KO is a horrible way to lose a Pokemon. And this is going to be it for Shai, right? Over the next couple of turns, it really is. It's going to work or it's not going to work. As stupid as that sounds. So either he's going to be using B-String, setting up attackers, there's one B-String, and really getting rolling for the rest of the game, or he's not. Now, the good news is he should have one more turn of B-String. It doesn't look like Adam's getting a double KO next turn, but remember, he's playing 1 triple acceleration energy. So that Golisopod is actually 1 energy away from taking a big KO. The other thing is, right, that Stack Attacker's got 200 HP once Adam's got 3 or fewer prize cards remaining, which sounds gigantic. Except Golisopod comes along and does 180. And the 20 residual damage from an Inteleon attack will mean the Stack Attacker is still essentially going down in one go. You know, next turn, Adam is probably going to KO the Buzzwole, put the 20 damage on Stack Attacker, and then if Stack Attacker is in the active the following turn, which you imagine it is, either Golisopod or maybe even Black Kyurem or whatever is going to be able to come and take a KO, and that's going to be basically it. Adam went down he went down 3 prizes in this game, but he's now in a very good position. Now, Black Kyurem actually does just do a flat 200 damage. Oh, we see a Pokemon Catcher heads coming down from Shai here, and he has got the Tool Scrapper. He's actually done it. He's actually got the KO on the Inteleon. That was huge. This is what I was saying earlier in the game when I was saying, oh, maybe he should be playing Power Pad and stuff, and I still think he should. But I didn't make the deck. I've not tested it. Shai knows way better about this than I do. But he has got 2 copies of Pokemon Catcher, hitting a heads-on catcher there with the Tool Scrapper. It's a kind of play I suggested would be difficult to pull off with Shai's deck, but he's gone and done it. And let's just be super clear. It's not like Adam is now out of attackers, but Adam is going to be able to take KOs here. The Black Kyurem is ready to do 200. Golisopod is ready to do 180 if he's got triple acceleration energy. Inteleon's in the active. So, and if 2 of them go down, it's over. Oh, he's gone for the stack attacker here. I like this play. This is a very nice play. So, yeah, we see the KO. And remember, Stack Attacker only gets the extra HP if your opponent's got 3 or fewer prize cards remaining. So by playing the boss's orders here and taking out the Stack Attacker, that basically neuters it before it got going. And means that Shai has wasted a Beast Ring. And even though Shai is ahead by a prize, I don't see how he comes back from this. I know it's his turn and he's ahead by a prize. But the fact of the matter is, we're looking here, and we're basically saying, well, how does he win? Like, what has he got? Now, he does have Stonejourner with a Karate Belt, which in itself is a kind of indictment of how the game has gone. The fact that Shai went up by 3 prizes and still gets to use Karate Belt. What Stonejourner does, it's the one that came around in Rebel Clash, the newer one. And it's 3 energy 80 or 4 energy 120, 5 energy 180. But that's too expensive to really be using right now. And I do think there is an excellent chance that from here, Adam just sweeps. There's another prize. Sorry. Let me correct something I said a moment ago. Shai is not behind on prizes. He cannot use Karate Belt. What I meant to say was, he's attaching Karate Belt, knowing he might legitimately get to use it. And when you go up 3 prizes, Karate Belt should turn into a dead card in your deck. The fact that it hasn't is slightly worrying. So, we do see an energy coming down onto the white Kyurem now. And that's the thing Adam's got here, is just attackers. So there's a KO on Stonejourner. Snorlax goes up. Adam's down to 1 prize card remaining. But you know that Black Kyurem is going to go and get the KO. And I do think the game is over at this stage. I don't know what Shai can do. While we're here, I will take a moment to say there are a bunch of links in the description. Check them out. For me, for the competitors, Stefan, and of course the lovely Mats and Sleeves and all that you see rolling here. You can go and buy them. There are links in the description to go to TCG Player and pick them up. And, you know, Dragon Shield have had our backs with this tournament, so big up to those lovely dudes. So do check out the links in the description. It looks like Adam is just going to be able to retreat and KO a Black Kyurem here. Even with a big charm, I don't think that Snorlax has got 200 HP. So now we see the retreat. Oh, we actually see Golisopod coming up. Snorlax has got 180. This will be enough. And there is the game. Congratulations to Adam. Gets through the qualifier and through round 1. I told you guys, don't sleep on him. So check the links in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Look after yourselves till next time. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio. Gotta finish the outro before the clip they send me cut off. We did it. Yay!